Hello and welcome back students, and we are here to cover some more Ramsar site today. So let's get started.
Now moving to the next state, which is Kerala. In Kerala we have Astamudi wetland, which is a natural backwater in Kollam district. River Kallada and Palichal drains into it. It forms an estuary with the sea at Nindakara. It is famous for the fishing harbour in Kerala. The National Waterway 3 passes through it, and it is also well known for the houseboat and backwater resorts.
Sastamkota Lake, largest freshwater lake in Kerala. River Kallada had a unique replenishing system through a bar of paddy field. This lake is depleting due to destruction of replenishing mechanism.
Vembanath Coal Wetland, which is the largest lake of Kerala. It is also the second largest Ramsar site in India after Sundarban. It is famous for the exotic fish variety and paddy field below the sea level. We have rivers Meenachali, Achinkovli, Pampa, Manimala. It is separated from the Arabian Sea by a narrow barrier island, which is popularly a backwater stretch for Kerala. Vellamkalli, which is a famous sport that is also known as snake boat race, is associated with this wetland. The Government of India identified it under the National Wetland Conservation Program.
Moving to Himachal Pradesh, we have Chandratal here, which is a high altitude lake and it supports IUCN red listed snow leopard. Other species which can be found here are snowcock, black ring stilt, kestrel, golden eagle, red fox and Himalayan ibex.
Pongdem Lake, which is also known as the Maharana Pratap Sagar. It is built across the Beas River, wetland of national importance, which is fed by the Beas River and numerous perennial tributaries such as Gaj, Neogal, Binwa, Ol, Banagana and Baner can be found here. The tropical and the subtropical forest is also a part of this lake. The flora found here is acacia, jamun, shisham, mango, mulberry. If we talk about the fauna, we have barking deer, sambar and wild boars. Renuka Lake. It is a natural wetland with freshwater springs. It is also an inland subterranean karst formation which is fed by the Giri River. Renuka Ji Dam project is associated with this.
Next in order is Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The first Ramsar site here is Hokera Wetland, which is situated 10 kilometers from Srinagar. It is a natural perennial wetland contagious to the Jhelum Basin. The only remaining red beets of Kashmir can be found on this site. It is a pathway of 68 waterfowl species.
Surinsar Mansar Lake, which is a freshwater composite lake in semi-arid Punjab plains adjoining the Jhelum Basin. The ancient temple dedicated to Narsimha and Umapati Mahadev can also be found here. A serene dedicated to the serpent god Sheshnag is also here.
Next Ramsar site in Jammu and Kashmir is Vular Lake. Vular Lake is the largest freshwater lake in India, formed as a result of tectonic activity. It is fed by the Jhelum River and Tulbul project is on Vular Lake.
Now moving to the next place, which is Ladakh, we have Somoriri Lake, which is a freshwater to a brackish water lake, which is lying at a height of 4,595 meters above the sea level. It is the only breeding ground outside of China for an endangered species like black-necked crane. It is also the only breeding ground for bar-headed geese in India. The great Tibetan sheep, which is also known as Argali and Tibetan wild ass, are endemic to this region. Evaporation in this arid steppe condition causes varying level of salinity.
The next Ramsar site in Ladakh is the 42nd Ramsar site of India and second in the UT of Ladakh. It is Sokar Wetland Complex. Sokar means white lake because of the white salt efflorescence. It is a high altitude wetland complex. It consists of two water bodies, Startspuksaw which is a freshwater lake in south, and Sokar, which is a hypersaline lake in north. It is an important bird area according to the BirdLife International.
So now moving to the next state, that is West Bengal, we have East Kolkata Wetlands, which is a multiple use wetland that serves the city of Kolkata. Also, it is the biggest ecological asset to the city. It is also a waste dump yard and a treatment plant.
Next is Sundarban Wetlands. Location is West Bengal and it is the largest mangrove forest in the world and largest Ramsar site in India. It covers southwestmost part of the delta, 60% of the country's total mangrove forest area, and includes 90% of Indian mangrove species.
Next in line is Odisha. So in Odisha, we have Bhitrakarnika mangrove. It is a part of the Bhitrakarnika Wildlife Sanctuary. It is the core area of the sanctuary that is declared as the national park. Gahirmatha Marine Wildlife Sanctuary is adjacent to the Bhitrakarnika Wildlife Sanctuary. It is also famous for olive ridley turtle and saltwater crocodile.
Next in Odisha is Chilika Lake. It is the largest brackish water lagoon at the mouth of Daya River. Birds from Caspian Sea, Lake Baikal, Aral Sea and other remote parts of the Central Asia, Ladakh and Himalayas come here. It is designated as the first Indian wetland of international importance under the Ramsar Convention. Its core area include Nalbana Bird Sanctuary and Irrawaddy dolphin is found here.
So here we are done with the part 2 of Ramsar site, and I hope you like the video, and I would say rather the podcast. So let's wait for the next pod on the same Ramsar site. All the best.